Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the Health Chats podcast. To be so raw and real and honest, we tried to film this once and I messed up. It didn't film. So we're doing it again. And who I'm standing here with, if you're watching, you can see I am with Mr. Bayan Sharafi. Bayan is a chef, an entrepreneur, and creative force blending culinary innovation with fitness-inspired nutrition. In 2017, he was named Best Protein Chef by Muscle Insider for his inventive high protein recipes. As the visionary behind the Cravory Lab here in Calgary, and has redefined indulgence, creating treats that balance flavor, nutrition, and creativity. Through his work, he shows that food can be both art and fuel for a purpose-driven life. Today, we're going to make donuts together. And as we do, we're going to explore Bayan's journey from his earliest inspirations to what he's created now, the Cravory Lab. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for that lovely introduction. So sweet and kind.
Do my best. I'm really excited. So we're in my house. This is an episode you want to watch. So if you usually listen, you should probably watch this one. We're in my kitchen and we're going to make donuts. So before we get into the donuts, let's start with a question. How did the Cravory Lab begin?
Well, I was working in the oil field because I used to have a donut shop beforehand and things happened. I was working in the oil field and then I made a story post about the donuts that I used to make. And then I had over 40 people reply to my story. Like, oh my God, we miss these so much. We want these back. I should just do this again. And then literally 2 months after that, I moved to Calgary, lost my job, and then started the Cravory Lab. We lived in a workhouse up in Grand Prairie.
Yeah.
And I was baking all the time. They're like, you should start a bakery. You know what? I should. And then literally when I came to Calgary, they're like, you're a great person, but we don't think you fit this lifestyle. Like, you know what? It's true. Cause like I was thinking about donuts when I'm out on the field in the middle of nowhere. Like I should be thinking about what I'm doing, not about like baking.
Yeah. Very different thought process than working in oil and gas. Well, that's cool. That's a really cool story. I'm glad that you decided to go all in on donuts. These donuts, they're so yummy. How we met was they came up across my Instagram feed. I don't know how or where or what happened, but I get what I want in my life. So I messaged him and I was like, I need some of these. Where can I grab some? Do you remember?
I do remember.
And he was like, oh, I'll just bring you some. And that was back in the summer, I think, like before summer.
Yeah, it was like July.
It was a while ago. And he brought me donuts and cookies and brownies and like so many baked goods. And I was like, what? What are these? They're the best baked goods, I would say, that I've come across. And I say that so genuinely and honestly.
Thanks.
Yeah, I tell everyone about them. So that's how it began. What inspired the name?
Actually, my business partner, Alana, came up with the name because I was going to call it the bakery, like B-A-Y curry, or the something super silly and dumb. And she's like, no, those are really dumb names because you won't be able to search it on the internet. So then she did her thing and it's like, let's call it the Cravory Lab because I'm in the laboratory in my kitchen all the time experimenting and I want to satisfy people's cravings. So it's like, obviously, let's just call it that. And that's a genius.
Yeah, that is a genius. And good on you for having a business partner who helps you with big things like that.
Well, there are things that my brain just can't really do. And she fills in those little gaps. And it's really nice to have.
Yeah, totally. Well, they are things that you do begin to crave. I know that for myself. If I don't have them every week, I'm like, ooh, I need a sweet treat. So good play on words there with the Cravory Lab.
Well, good thing we're going to bake a bunch of fresh ones in your kitchen.
Yeah, we are. I'm so excited. We're going to decorate them. So to give you guys like a little bit of a process of today, we're going to make the donuts. We're going to decorate the donuts. And then we're going to eat some of the donuts, not all of them. Maybe we'll see how hungry we are at that time. But while we're baking and doing all of that, I'm going to interview Bayan at the same time.
Multitask.
Yeah, we both have to, which is why if you're watching, I'm holding my phone in my hand. It's not because I'm out here texting. I'm not distracted. I'm not being present, but I have some of the questions on there so I don't forget. So back to food. Tell me your earliest memory that made you fall in love with baking, creating, cooking, all of it.
It's when I did a fitness competition in like 2015. And then obviously I was tracking all my macros, but then I also wanted sweets. And then I remember I made a cake for me and my buddy who were doing the competition together that I made it out of 17 Kit Kat bars. Like the cake was Kit Kat, the frosting was Kit Kat. It was like, I'm so proud of it. And then for our post show, I made us a protein banana loaf. And then just started like baking, and people were liking my baking. And I was just like, it was an artistic way of expressing myself. And I found that it was just a fun thing to do. And I was posting videos, but then it was just like feeding people. People wanted me to keep baking for them. So I just like kept doing it. And I'm just like, I really loved doing it. And then it just like kind of happened.
It just happened.
Everything just happened.
That I feel like the people who are the best at what they do, they have that in common where it just kind of happens. And that's just based off of who I've chatted with. But first off, yum, Kit Kat bars. Second off, did you make the Kit Kat bars or were they
No,
like store-bought
I
Kit Kat?
store-bought.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was it a protein treat? Because to preface, all of his treats, they're high protein. They have protein. You have the macros tracked. Was this a protein cake?
But it was the easiest protein cake. I literally bought a pre-mix of it because I didn't know how to bake back then. So I bought a cake mix, added protein powder to it, and then expanded on it with all the Kit Kats. But like now I can make everything from scratch. But like back then, obviously I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah. So it makes sense. I mean, being in fitness and in the wellness space, that being kind of your intro into baking goods that people in that space want and crave. What is your process? This is one that mainly I'm curious about in figuring out the macros for the baked goods. Like, how do you figure it out?
Well, I don't figure out I do the baked good first, and then it gives me the macros. And then depending on what the macros is, then you make the adjustments. So I'm like, if I made a recipe and then my proteins are great, but then my carbs are too high, what ingredients made the carbs too high? Can I replace those? What can I do to alter those? Then I kind of break everything down. But it's like to make a recipe, like I've reverse engineered recipes based off of the macros and the ingredients. Be like, okay, I can only put this much oats in it because I can't, if I add more oats, it'll surpass this number. So clearly a quarter cup of oats will fit into this. But like normally when you make something, I just make it and then readjust it.
Got it. Okay. That's the science, the laboratory behind the Cravory Lab. Because you answered that and I'm like, see, I don't get it. My brain. And I'm even someone who I help people track macros. I have tracked macros multiple times, but like figuring it out to a science in a baked good, that's really cool.
Like for example, like these donuts, I was able to reduce them by 3 grams of carbs in the last 2 days. And like, it's a little thing, but it's a big deal.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Did you always see yourself building something in food?
Yeah, I always wanted my own cafe or restaurant. Because like we had a restaurant growing up, my parents and I. Well, my parents did. I just worked there. I scooped ice cream. Like I was in the kitchen with my mom. Like I love like the cafe, the serving people, like making stuff. I'm like, I always knew I wanted something like that. Like in the end, I can always see myself having my own little coffee shop that people be like, hey, let's go to Bayan's. And then I have like fresh coffee and baked goods. It's going to happen one day.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
And you know what would be even better if you had a yoga studio right above it.
Hey, that can happen.
Because that's like my dream. I want to have a cafe that's like yoga studio, cafe downstairs. Yeah, maybe we could
pretty
collab
amazing
at some point.
Yeah.
Collab beyond this. We'll start here. Let's see what happens when we bake some donuts. So when did you realize in the process of making macro-friendly treats that this could actually become something quote unquote real?
Well, okay. So the company Dough Bar Donuts in the States made it real, like way back in like 2000. And I'm like, if these guys can do it, I can do it and just replicate it. But I didn't know what it meant to I didn't know what it meant to have a business. I'm just going to have my own product, but I don't know what it's going to turn into.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like all this, like having not having a storefront, but like having a kitchen, having a website. I'm like, I didn't know I was going to have all these things.
So is this your first business?
This is like my second official business.
What was your
Well,
first?
no, cause like I had baked donuts, but like I made protein pancake mixes. I was doing dog peanut butter, and then I was a personal trainer, and then I made recipe books. So like they're all little things, but like this is like the big juicy one. Yeah.
So it's almost like all of those kind of led to here, to now.
Yeah.
Does that feel right?
I would say so.
I know, and I say that kind of based off of my own journey. Really, everything's based off my own journey and what I've seen is I've had so many side hustles that no one has seen because they were just mine and I lived in a lot of fear. Like I tried drop shipping. I had an eyelash business. I did so many things. Yeah. And I never really fully went into it. Like I didn't dive head in until I dove head into coaching and health and wellness. So I'm curious with your other endeavors versus this one, what makes this one like actually different?
It's people really want it. And like, it makes people happy, I think. And like, I get a lot of receptive feedback. Like, oh, I can't wait for this week's flavors. I love being able to have treats. Like those are the kind of things that motivate me to want to continue doing it. Like before, it's like I was just trying ideas and like trying to make something work for myself. Now it's like people are actually like, they actually want the product.
Mm.
I was like, okay, so this is something I'm going to stick with. Let's see where I can take it to.
Yeah, I feel like you said something like really powerful there that I want to bring back. It's that you said people actually want this. And the reason it feels powerful for me is I think a lot of people might get into business because it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's like, I want this. Like, this is for me, for me, for me, for me, 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 me. Like, it is all our world, technically. But you've kept going because other people have shown their interest.
Because like, honestly, I don't like waking up at 3, 4 in the morning and baking donuts. Like I fucking hate it. But the nice thing is like when people are like, oh, I can't wait for my order. Oh, it's like, I haven't had a donut in years and like I can eat this and I feel fine. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah. So how do you balance, my favorite word ever, balance knowing that this is your business, you did this out of a desire of wanting to do it, and knowing that it's the people who really want it? Like, what is that balance between the two for you, maybe internally or psychologically?
I don't think I'm convincing myself, but I'm like, I know it's aligned with a sense of purpose. I know that I'm offering something that I'm good at right now that people enjoy, and I'm just going with that flow.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, it could be very exhausting. It's stressful as fuck sometimes, but I'm just like, okay, it's like, that's on me to figure that out. Those are things that I have to do. But like, at the end of the day, it's like, this is what I'm doing. I'm able to do it. It makes people happy. With their happiness makes me happy. So I'm just going to go with it and I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
So I find the balance in that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think business ownership has been glamorized for people who are not in it. And we're going to talk a lot about business and mindset and we'll move into that. But I think it has been glamorized in the way that it's like, you're a business owner, that equals freedom, freedom. But there's a lot of layers that come with it of like questioning, do I really want to do this? Why am I doing this? And I think being able to question yourself and still show up is what builds resilience and what makes people different, as long as it feels aligned.
Yeah. You have to sit with why you question yourself. Like that's very important. Otherwise, you're going to start resenting what you're doing, and then that's not healthy. Yeah. Then people are able to tell that in your products and be like, they don't taste as good anymore, or like whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yours sure do. So should we start baking?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. What's step one?
Okay. I already have the dry mix made. This was step one, is pour this into the bowl.
Amazing.
Easy. Yeah. So this has our protein, our oats, and sugars and rising agents. Then 2 eggs. So this should make exactly 6 donuts.
We're making 6 donuts exactly.
So we have those.
This is so fun that we're doing this in my own kitchen. So it says applesauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, something I've been doing was playing around with pumpkin puree and applesauce. Pumpkin puree is amazing. I almost like it better than applesauce in terms of moisture retention. But yeah. Okay. Coconut oil.
So he's measuring each ingredient out on a scale. So while you're doing that, here's where you multitask a little bit. What is the importance of measuring in grams versus using a measuring cup or a tablespoon?
I never use measuring cups anymore. Measuring spoons for sure, but like, for example, a gluten-free flour, a cup of gluten-free flour weighs 150 grams, a cup of normal flour weighs 120 grams. Mm-hmm. It's the exact same volume, but like the density is different. So you can't trust it. Also, when you're measuring something, you have to make sure you're scooping it properly. You level it out. You shouldn't shake it. Like there's so many aspects to it that can go wrong. Whereas grams, if I know it's 150, it's 150. Yeah. Like I can get it down perfectly. You
answer that so well. So if you're someone who tracks macros too, this is something that I teach my clients. You need a scale. If you have a 1/4 cup of walnuts and you're using a 1/4 cup measuring scoop, but you try to measure, I think it's something like, God, I don't know even what the grams are. Maybe it's like 50 grams of walnuts. It's going to look totally different, completely different. And you could be eating like 500 extra calories because you're using a cup. So get a scale. I can link this one down below for those who care.
Yeah, because like when it comes to liquid, a 1/4 cup is 60 mils. So usually liquids they'll weigh the same. But when it comes to the dry stuff, like actual foods, that's when you actually have to measure it on a scale.
Yeah, it makes a difference. Okay, this smells so good
So
already.
now we just got to let it hydrate. So I usually let this sit for a couple of minutes for all the flours to absorb the moisture. and then you'll see it start rising a little bit, and then we'll pipe it into the mold.
Into the mold?
You'll see that it's starting to like, the rising agents are doing their thing and it's starting to aerate. It's like if I were to bake this right away, it wouldn't rise as much as opposed to letting it do its thing. And then you'll notice a lot fluffier texture.
So what are the rising agents, or is that secret?
No, it's not secret at all. So I have all the ingredients written on the site. It's just baking powder and baking soda. And then you get acidity from the applesauce, which helps activate the baking soda. Obviously, the pH levels of applesauce are not as intense as vinegar, as like apple cider vinegar, but they're enough to get something going.
Wow. This is so satisfying for me to watch, just like how you pipe it.
Really?
I don't know why. And it smells great. Like I can smell the batter.
It's so funny.
What makes it smell good?
Yeah. I feel like you're smelling the oats. That smells like wet oats. Like you like oats.
I do like oats. All right. Now we're piping the donuts into the mold. Very satisfying as well. Wow. So you don't have to measure this out.
No, because it usually, I've done it enough times that it gives me the exact amount that I need.
Yeah. Perfecto.
It's so weird making this in another location. It's fun. Okay. And this is it. Can I put it in the oven?
Yeah. Okay. So the donuts are in the oven. How long do they have to bake?
It's going to be for 12 to 15 minutes.
12 to 15. And then we let them cool.
For like 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. Short amount of time. Okay. I want to get more into like entrepreneurship and your business and kind of like the mindset behind it. What was the biggest challenge that you had bringing the Cravory Lab to life?
Well, finding a kitchen obviously was the biggest challenge. But because like I've done it before, I already knew what ingredients and everything I needed. I think it was me being confident in the product I'm offering. That was the hardest thing to make it come to life. Be like, okay, I'm ready to give this to people. But the thing is, from week 1 to like week 7 or 8, I was slightly changing the recipe every week because I was getting complaints. Like the week I started it, people were like, oh, they're good, but they're slightly dry. Okay, made a change. Oh, they're still good, but they're too thick. Okay, make this change. And like I was just making like little changes. So it was finding the product that people liked was the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like in the end, I'm just baking something, but it's like I need to make sure that it's really good.
So it was really for the people. Back to that. It's for the people.
100%. It's all about the people. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like there's no point of having it.
Yeah. Okay. So finding the perfect recipe.
But there's no perfect recipe. So I'm like, I always will continuously make improvements on this, but it's being confident with the recipe. It's being like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm going to offer you. And I'm okay with it, whether you like it or not.
So while you were doing that week by week, and I remember it too, because I was one of those people who was like, you could do this, you could do that, add this and try that. Just so much unsolicited advice coming your way, but it seemed like you were very open to receiving
100%.
it. What kept you showing up?
Because I'm not going to give up. I've started it. I'm not going to be a bitch and give up. It's like I can't do it. Because it's like if at the end I'm going to give up because it was either too hard or I don't believe in myself. Like there are reasons that I don't want to give myself. I'm like, I can surpass those and just do my best. In the end, I'll work as hard as I can and do the best that I can. And if it doesn't work, at least I did my best. But if I'm choosing to just quit because I'm like, oh my God, it's so hard. I'm like, I can't do that.
Where does that mindset come from? Of just not ever giving up for you?
So like my dad used to beat me when I was growing up, like a lot for like not, I guess I love him to death, but like I was never good enough and he would beat me. So I think that's where it comes from. It's like, I want to do my best and I don't know. It's like I want approval, but at the same time, I want to give it my all knowing that I can do it. If that makes any sense. Because it's almost like a validating thing. It's like when people tell me they like my product, it means all my efforts were validated. So I think maybe that's where it comes from. Because like when someone gives me feedback, it's the greatest thing in the world. If someone's like, hey, I tried your donut and I loved it. I'm like, that'll literally make my whole day. Because I'm like, okay, those like 9 hours I spent making that, someone enjoyed it. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's where it is. It's a bit of an insecure thing because I'm like, I'm not searching for the validation, but it is nice to get people's feedback and saying that they like something that I put all this effort into. Yeah.
And that's vulnerable. I appreciate that. I think, and this, we get deep on the Health Chats podcast, obviously. I feel like people think it's wrong to have validation from others. I think there's kind of this idea that it's wrong to feel validated from others. I think it can be unhealthy to only want that validation from others, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it because like we're not the only human on the world. There's multiple of us. There's 8 billion of us, probably more than that now. But wouldn't that be fine because there's so many to feel validated, to feel congratulated, to be cheered on by other people and use that as a fuel to keep going?
100%.
Maybe it's not like your main fuel source. Like that could be where it is bad or unhealthy, where it's like your main fuel source to keep you going. But having it as one of the fueling sources, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, you're right. Because it's not to feed the ego. It's like, 'cause I'm doing it with good intention, and people, it's up to people to choose to whether they want to give me feedback or not.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah. And also, it's just like, I don't want to give up on myself. I want to prove to myself that I can start something and actually take it somewhere. Because like, I know I get to certain points where it starts getting really hard. And then I'm like, hey, Bayan, you're not good enough to do this. How can you, like, no, I got to surpass this now.
So it's you against you.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
I think we can have multiple fuel sources. I think, like for me, I am on social media. Obviously, people like stuff, people comment. That's validation, 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 left, right, and center, but like to an extreme. I think our friend validation or like client validation, that's a different thing. It's less extreme. It's how the world has always been. Social media has just like blown everything up where you can get hundreds or millions of likes in a day, which I don't think humans are meant to handle. But having your customers being like, this was great, and using that as like, yeah, amazing, that makes me feel good. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And I think using that to continue to build your mindset it's inspiring.
It is. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you're just not expecting, and like, if I go a week without any feedback, like, does that mean I'm going to quit? It's like, no, it's like, I've just got to keep going and then it'll happen eventually.
Yeah, it will. What goes around comes around. It always does.
I'm going to look at them.
He's checking the donuts. How do they look?
They look great.
Do they?
Yeah.
First off, what flavor is the donut that we're making? I don't think we even
It's
said
just
this.
a plain base. I only have 2 bases. I have a chocolate base and then my OG base.
Okay, so we're making
Just the OG base.
Is it vanilla or something else? Not even vanilla.
Oh yeah, I put vanilla extract in it, but
So
it's
it's
just like
vanilla.
base.
Okay. So obviously he has more than just a chocolate and a vanilla donut. He has these like extravagant flavors that look so good, and that's what makes you want them. Great marketing. How do you come up with the flavors?
I either sit and stare at a wall, or I look at stuff on the internet, or people give me suggestions, or if it's seasonal. But usually, like, I'm not proud of it, but like, I'll go on Crumble's page. Because Crumble has really good flavor ideas and be like, that's a great idea. What are their top 20 most popular flavors? What's the top 20 most popular ice cream flavors? Or like, what are the best selling desserts this year? And you kind of just go up by different things. But then sometimes I'll just see a magazine with a picture on it. I'm like, I got to turn that into a donut flavor.
You're like, that's the one.
Yeah.
So it's awesome you bring up a competing business, we could call them that, with all of the competition, because competition exists no matter what industry you're in. How do you keep going? Like, how, back to business kind of mindset, how do you look at it and say like, yeah, there's Crumble who's huge and they built to this thing, but like, I'm going to keep going. What keeps you showing up with that?
Well, I'm not comparing my business to another business. I respect everyone's own business idea. And then I'm just going to push mine as far as I can and try to be the best in my own little lane. Because Crumble dominated that market, even though fucking cookies aren't that good, Crumble. But like,
they're going to be listening.
But like,
if Crumble's listening to this podcast, thank you.
The marketing for Crumble is genius, so I can learn something from that. But like, for example, like Meal Prep for You, like they make gluten-free dairy protein donuts. They're a great product. But if I was always trying to compete with them, I'm like, what's the point of this? But my business isn't to compete with another. I'm like, I respect them. I love what they do. I'm going to try to do the best with what I can and just like maybe learn from other businesses as I do it. But like in the end, it's about what I want to offer and like how far can I push it myself.
And do you feel like you offer something quite different?
Yeah, because it's gluten-free and dairy-free. And like, I'm trying to really like minimalize my competition in a way by being like, okay, it's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, it has protein, there's no refined sugars in the donut base. Like, I'm just trying to make it my own little market. That's why I'm like, I'm not intimidated by anyone. It's like, if they come up with their own, like, good for you. I'm going to keep doing mine and just like putting as much effort as I can in my stuff.
Where do you see the Cravory Lab going?
I don't know. That's a really hard question because it can go in so many different places. Like, for example, we just got into co-op. So we're going to get our cookies into co-op, which that'd be a super cool thing. But then I'm like, okay, I could potentially have a storefront. I don't know if I want to have a storefront, but like, I don't know where this is going to go. Like,
why don't you want a storefront? Why maybe not?
Because I had a storefront for 3.5 years and I had to manage staff. Like, there's just so much involved in it that I'm like, okay, I'm not ready for that just yet. But like, I would love to see my products like in cafes. Like I'm offering cafes fresh baked protein treats like every week or something. Because there's so much that I can make. Like I don't want to just do donuts. Like I want to be able to do so much. Be like, oh, let's go to the protein guy for our weekly stock of this. So that's where I can see it going. But like, I'm kind of just letting it happen. I don't want to try to guess where I'm going to take this. I just want to be like, hey, I have these products. I'm going to serve them. And then ideas just start coming. I start networking. I start meeting new people. Opportunities happen.
It sounds like you're very detached, but also at the same time, like you're so passionate and you care so much. Like both exist. Because I know for a lot of people, detachment's hard.
Right.
We have 1 minute left on the timer. He's checking the donuts. Oh, those look so good.
Let's do like 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes?
Yeah.
A lot of people struggle with detachment and letting go and, surrender to life. How are you able to detach and just trust that this is going to work?
Well, I trust also that it might not work, but it's like you just have to accept it. I've had enough things happen to me in my life where I trusted that it would potentially work and it didn't work. Or I thought it wasn't going to work and it did work. So I'm like, at this point, I'm just going to let it happen. Because like, I'm not a good businessman. Like I don't come up with good logistics and analytics and I know numbers. Like I'm just really good at putting my effort into something and try to make it as good as I can. And I think it's like the love and the ambition behind it is where things just happen. Because people can see that you love it and they can tell that it's a good product. And like, yeah.
Okay, we've got a timer going off.
Oh,
They're done. They're done. All right. So we've got the donuts out of the oven. They look weird. They look kind of weird.
What makes them look weird?
I don't know. I have only seen them in their final form.
You don't look at the bottom.
Yeah.
I hide the ugly part at the bottom. That's why I glazed the other side.
Yeah. Currently, they look like nipples.
That's because they're in the little nipple thing.
Yeah.
Once we get them out of the little nipples, then it won't look so much like the nipple. It's just an empty hole that we can fill with cream.
Beautiful. Wow. Okay. So on that, let's keep talking about donuts.
We are talking about donuts.
If someone wants to start a food business, because you could do fucking anything, any sort of business. If someone wants to start a food business, what would be the first piece of advice you would give them?
Okay, I would say 2 things. Be like, is it a food that people would want to buy every week? If yes, great. Second, is it something that you think you can make thousands of every week and continuously do for months and months and years? Because like when I was baking these by myself, I'm like 6 to 12 donuts was so fun. As soon as you start making 200 to 500 a week, you're like, oh my God, this is so stressful. Like, why was it fun before? So it's like, just make sure that whatever you want to do, that you have to know you're going to be doing it like 100,000 times more and like be able to handle that pressure and make sure that you can show up. And even on days that you're super tired, like have to go buy a lot of groceries. Like there's a lot that's involved when it comes to food.
I like how you answered that. You answered with questions, not with advice.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Which is, I think, a very strong like business mindset is what I've been taught anyways, is like, don't give unsolicited advice to people. But if you could give them advice, what would you literally tell them? Do this.
I would say know exactly what you're offering. Be so confident in what you're offering because then everything else becomes easier. So you're like, because like people be like, oh, I want to start a cookie business because there's so many people that are starting a cookie business. Like, why do you want to start a cookie business? Is it because everyone else is doing it? Or do you have a really good cookie recipe? Be like, I want people to try this and fucking do it.
So what makes a good cookie?
Oh, but
because there's so many, like there is so many cookie businesses out there. So many cafes you go into, they're like, we have these cookies. There's multiple cookie businesses here in Calgary. You make amazing cookies. Like what actually makes a good cookie?
I think that's a personal thing because some people like really thin cookies. Some people are like, your cookies are too soft and chewy for me. I like a harder cookie. So I don't know. I think at the end of the day, as long as you're, I don't know, because there's so many things to a cookie. I think it's just about the experience on how it satisfies you. Because like I've eaten a cookie for protein reasons and I didn't enjoy the cookie, but I ate it. But I've also had an unhealthy cookie where I just ate it. I'm like, wow, this is so good. Because it was soft and it melted in my mouth. And it had like just the perfect amount of like crisp on the outside and like a soft texture on the inside. It didn't break into my hands. I could eat it without having to drink so much liquids. I can savor the flavors when I bite into it. And then when I'm done, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I enjoyed that cookie.
So you like a soft cookie?
No, but I like hard cookies too.
You do?
I like a hybrid cookie where it has like a bit of hardness to softness. You're getting like a bit of crunch, but you're getting a bit of like softness in it.
You got the 1-2 from the cookie. Eh?
Yeah, because a hard cookie will crumble when you bite into it, but a soft cookie kind of like shapes your mouth and you chew it and you're like, you're with it.
You're so expressive. Okay. I think that's good advice though, to tell, we went on such a tangent, but telling someone like, why are you doing this? Like get so clear on what you're doing.
Especially with
Perfect.
everyone's made whatever you're making. Like everyone's done something. So just be, I think the confidence behind it, because like, yeah, if you're confident behind your product, you're going to find, you'll make it work.
Yeah. So you said that like you're not a businessman. You're like the creative, low output. Do you believe, or how do you see this food business, maybe you don't know, becoming like a big financial, because that's why a lot of people get into business too, a big financial win?
How do I see it become that?
Do you see it becoming that? Is there a way?
That comes to how much I trust myself. I have sabotaging thoughts that are stopping me from believing that I can make that happen. I feel like this has a lot of potential to make that happen because it seems like the celiac market is becoming bigger and bigger. A lot more people need gluten-free stuff. Like, so this is a great thing and I can definitely expand it. I think if I trust myself, I can actually make this a financially big thing. Because also growing up, my dad's like, you're going to be an engineer. You're going to do this. No one's going to like you if you do certain things. I'm like, I have a fucking bakery. And like, it's not as cool as being a lawyer, like making all this money, or like not a lawyer. Like,
cool based on whose definition?
Yeah, I guess
that's the thing. And that's like the mindset piece too, which you said, like the limiting beliefs, any beliefs that are limiting, it's based off of a story that's in your head, based off of what someone has told you at some point in your life. And you've said already twice, like your dad, this, if he thinks doctor, lawyer is cool and he's poured that into you since you were a little boy, yeah, you're going to believe somewhere in your brain that like this isn't as cool as X, Y, and Z. Whereas there might be lawyers or doctors out there who had parents who were super creative, but they heard something somewhere that was like, no, I got to be a lawyer. Yeah. And they see you baking and they're like, fuck, that's so cool. Like it's such a perspective thing. And I like how you answered it that way, because mindset is the biggest piece of anything. It doesn't matter how many resources you have in front of you. If your mindset isn't right, you're just going to fail. So what is your practice to help you overcome those limiting beliefs?
Just reminding myself and having grace on myself and just knowing that like I am doing my best and like I am worthy of success and like I have the capacity to be able to do this. And it's just constant reminders and just knowing that those voices are just voices. They're not, I wouldn't tell myself those things. Yeah. And it's just taking moments to, there's also like, I'm starting to do more like gratitude practice. Be like, it's amazing the fact that I can come here and make a donut from scratch and like, look how cool. And like those little things make me feel proud of myself. And when I'm proud of myself, I'm like, oh, I could do more. I could do all this like stuff. So yeah, just taking those moments to just like sit back and look at the little things that you're starting to do and then starting to stack things up. And then at the end of it, you're like, I'm really proud of who I am. Like,
yeah. That's like, it's the difference between empowerment and disempowerment.
Yes.
If you're disempowered, I mean, you could have literally everything. You could have millions of dollars. You could have a bakery. You could have whatever other business. But if you feel like shit about yourself, you're not going to show up and like feel good and collect wins and continue to grow and expand. So it comes back to your mind. And I think that's great that you reflect that way.
Thank you. Can I flip these?
What do we got to do? Whoa!
See, and like this side's a lot prettier now, right?
Yeah, they're adorable. They're not going to fall off. They might. Look at the donuts. Okay. Yeah, they're going to fall off. So what do we do now? Okay.
I give these a couple minutes. So then those are going to cool. So we're just going to melt our chocolate so that we can dip them in there.
Amazing. They're so cute. All right, we're back. We're decorating donuts now.
You ready?
Tell me what to do.
Okay. So grab the ugly side. We're going to dip the pretty side. Okay. Yeah. So then dip the donut in about like halfway. Don't let it touch the bottom, but like kind of spin it around. And if you want to get more depth, we'll just kind of, here, put it back in. Yeah. Make sure you get it around like half. Yeah. And then let it kind of drip down.
Oh, I dropped it. It's okay. Whoa.
Yeah,
how's
so
that?
Just kind of, that's good. Yeah. Just hold it over top. So yeah, kind of let it drip down a bit. So we don't need too much. Yeah, that's perfect. Now repeat with those too.
Okay.
That's good. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, you just don't want to overflow it so that it's just like dripping. We're wasting all the chocolate.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. These look so good.
Yeah, and the best part is like this is going to create a shell. So at least it's going to harden. And like that's the nice thing about using chocolate for the glaze.
Oh.
I think you're good.
Do you ever go a day without having a sweet treat?
Many times. I
I
feel
don't.
really good.
I have sweet treats every
Do
day.
you?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I have a bag of candy in my cupboard, and I'll have like one candy a day.
Well, that's a daily sweet
I
treat.
guess so. But like I was talking about, like before when I started the Cravory Lab, like I was right now I weigh 210 pounds. When I started Cravory, I got up to 218 because I was eating about 2 cookies and 3 donuts every day. Like I noticed a big difference.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I'm getting chubby. Okay. So exact same thing we'll do with the white chocolate, but because we're a bit thinner on this one, we're gonna
Put it to
bowl
the
like
edge.
this. Yeah, and this chocolate is a little bit thinner, so it's not going to be as like fully coated. So you might not have to actually let it drip.
It's okay. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Not amazing. Wow. Smart. So did you go to school for baking?
No, I went to school for avionics. So I fixed helicopters for a while and then became a
You-
personal trainer.
You believe people would have to go to school for something like this?
The school, like at this day and age, you can literally learn everything online. The nice thing about school though is that you're spending time with professional chefs. And oh my God, that's a great one.
Like the
Oh,
whole edge of it.
fuck, that's satisfying.
Oh,
Like I literally
goodness.
forgot everything I was going to say as soon as you pulled that out. Yeah, at school, at least you have the support of like professionals and like you have the environment to practice cooking and you can learn so many cool secrets there. But like at the end of the day, you can learn a lot of things online and it's just about, oh my God, wow, these two are great. We're going to redo this one.
The first one was a flop. I was learning.
Yeah, it's just about experimenting.
Yum.
But it depends like how intense you want to get with your baking.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel about doing a chocolate contrast and then a white contrast?
Let's do it. Oh, do I just drizzle?
Yeah. So we need a teaspoon.
I'm the
so we can
drizzle
control.
queen.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see your drizz game.
So funny. When I first started posting food on Instagram, people were like, this looks so good. It's literally because I drizzled sriracha. That's it. So
Really?
I'm speaking very highly of myself right now. So let's see how my drizz looks.
Practice it in the bowl first. I just want to see how you're. It might be too. You see how it's spotty
Higher
right now?
wants to be.
Yeah. Because it's super liquidy, you're gonna have to pour faster.
Like, are you nervous?
A little bit. So I want to see. I trust you.
Am I making you nervous?
No.
Do I do it from higher or faster? Should I do all three at once?
Could. Fuck. You do got drizz game.
Drizz master.
Damn, girl.
Drizz master. Maybe. Ooh, it's kind of dotty. That's okay. They look so cute.
Fuck. Good job.
Thanks.
Like you see how it's like glisten. Oh,
yeah, those look good.
love how it's like shiny.
Your passion is showing through.
I just love the satisfaction. Aesthetic.
Dots. It's okay. You love it.
I'm actually so impressed with your drizz
Is
game.
that good?
Fuck yeah, that's good.
Yeah, okay. You can hire me as your drizz master.
Like, aren't you impressed with this?
I think it looks pretty good.
Those
it
look
looks
really
like
pretty.
zebras.
Yeah.
Okay, now what?
Okay, now we're gonna cream them.
Wow. These look amazing.
Okay, so I have vanilla and chocolate. So how do you want to do this?
I don't know. How would I?
Like, do you want chocolate on chocolate or do you want vanilla on your
Yeah,
side?
vanilla chocolate.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to pipe here, and then I'm gonna get you to do these.
Sounds good. Here.
Okay, so I'm gonna pretend this is the donut hole. You're gonna start and then put your tip in the hole and then start creaming and then fill the hole. Once your hole is filled with all the cream, then you're going to turn the piping bag around and then finish like that. So then you get cream on the outside of the hole.
I can't. I will do that.
Yeah, I feel like you visualize that really well.
Did.
All right, girl. Okay, so stick the tip inside, start filling,
And then
let it fill. Now start going. And
How
we're doing
much?
one full rotation.
how's that?
Okay, stop there. So that's cute.
Not great.
But then, do you mind if I do one?
Yeah, do one.
So then it would be filling it here, and then we're going to expand out
Oh.
and then do one full rotation. But see, it doesn't really matter. Like, this is still really pretty. This just gives us a little bit more cream to donut ratio. But the nice thing with yours is that you can still see the aesthetics on the outside, whereas mine kind of covers it.
I'm going to try it like you, like how you did it. Better?
That was better.
Ish. I kind of missed that edge.
That's okay. That was still good.
These look so good. Okay,
Okay.
let's do the other one.
So then now we're going to fill chocolate.
Oh my God. Your buttercream is so good. Can you tell us what's in it?
Yep. It's dairy-free butter and monk fruit powder and coconut cream and a little bit of xanthan gum and some vanilla extract. That's it. Okay. So now repeat the exact same, or if you want, you can do a different design on this one.
Like what? Literally anything?
I guess so.
I kind of like this flower looking.
Okay, do the
thing.
flower.
Yeah.
That was way better. That's really nice.
Oh my God, I can't wait to eat these. Yeah, I'm drooling. Like, I don't know how you don't just eat them all day.
Oh, I'm so over it. Nice.
Takes a lot of
I've never
muscle.
yes, I haven't seen anyone pipe these nuts in a long time, so this is really satisfying.
Look at that. Can I do what you just
Perfect.
did?
Yeah, right? It's a satisfying thing to do.
Okay, these are our piped donuts. They look glorious. And we're going to eat them now. Donuts are complete. We just need to eat them. I'm going to rapid fire questions. First question, what is your personal favorite comfort food besides any baked goods?
Pizza and A&W.
Okay.
A&W Grandpa Burger with no onions, extra pickles, and no mustard.
There's a specific order. If you could have a meal with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Meal with anyone, dead or alive? Albert Einstein, because I would love to know the way whatever happened in that man's brain was incredible. And I would love to just like stare at him and have a conversation with him and make him something and have him smoke his pipe. And then, I don't know, just be in his energy.
I'm pretty sure he did a lot of psychedelics. That's what happened
awesome.
to his brain.
I would love to do oh my God, I would love to do psychedelics with Albert Einstein.
And eat donuts?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, next question. What's a flavor combo that sounds really weird, but it works?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. Flavor combo that sounds really weird works. I don't have an answer for that because I don't really try anything weird. Come on, brain.
So my mom, when she was pregnant, she craved pickles and peanut butter.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Would you ever make a pickle donut with peanut butter frosting?
No.
What if I wanted it?
If you wanted it, I would make it for you. But as like a menu item, I don't think
people might love it.
But you know what? I haven't tried it. So maybe I need to try it first.
Yeah.
I can do like a pickled glaze with a peanut butter buttercream. And then I can get dill pickle chips as a okay.
Yeah, okay. I kind of want you to make it. Yeah. I don't think I'd crave that, but I'd try.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay. What is your secret to the perfect donut?
Perfect donuts. Measuring everything and baking it at a very specific temperature. And I take my time. Something that normally takes you 5 minutes, it'll take me about like 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it though. It's just like the amount of love I put into something. That's the secret. It's like everything is very particular and everything is measured to the exact gram. Like I know the exact gram of every single recipe I have.
Love it.
Yeah.
Sounds simple. Not easy, but simple.
It is simple.
I think that's the key.
It is key.
Okay. Final question. And we're going to cut one of these in half, both of them, and share them. Actually, should we cut them? They're really pretty.
Cut one maybe.
Final question. How do you define success?
I think every person has their own definition of what success means to them. But like at the end of the day, it's being in alignment with what makes my heart happy. It has nothing to do with financial success. It's if I can come home being proud of the work that I did and I'm happy, I think that's what success is. Because like I can repeat that for days and months and years. And like I want that. I want a sense of peace with the hustle that I have. I don't want to feel overwhelmed or anything. And I can still show love to people and I can still be a happy and joyful being and do what I do with the best ability, with a positive mindset. I think I'm winning at life. Because I think everything else comes to you when you're in that place. Because like you're living in a place of gratitude. Because like you're just happy with everything that you're doing. And you're just, I don't know, I feel like you're in alignment with that sense of purpose in that very time of your life. And then things will just change. Yeah.
That's success.
I think so. Beautiful. To me, that's what it is.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for being here. Look at what we made. Let's cheers. Half a donut each. We got to taste the product. Oh my God.
They're so fluffy.
So good. That is so good.
There's a huge difference of baking donuts in a house oven compared to a conventional oven. Like these are way fluffier.
You think
like,
they're fluffier?
I can't get it like this consistency. I'm like, why did it turn out so perfect this time?
Holy moly. Okay. If people want to find you, where do they find you? Tell them. I'm going to eat this donut.
So I have my OnlyFans. You can find me there. I'm joking. TheCravorylab.com or the Cravory Lab Instagram or Bayan's Kitchen Instagram.
I will link all of those below. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day, life, night, everybody.
Blessed night.
Peace and love.